Welcome to a very special episode of Buckless Coats Web Show and Surfers Web Show. Woo!
Woo!
Welcome, Stacy, Mac to the show. So today's just kind of a impromptu show, and she's actually in Costa Rica, and we're planning an event possibly next year. I have some clients who want to go to Costa Rica, so I'm going to do a surf and yoga retreat. And Stacy is actually coming to LA and Orange County. Super excited about that.
Thanks
How
for
are you,
having me,
Stacy?
Cindy.
So let's talk surfing.
Let's talk surfing. That's what I love talking about. So I'm excited to come to LA and Orange County, but I know nothing about up there. So you'll have to tell me about up there. And
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to do here. As a matter of fact, on the 22nd, I don't know if you're a big foodie fan, but on the 22nd, I got a couple of my foodie buddies coming on my show. We're going to be celebrating Anthony Bourdain Day. It's called #Bourdain Day.
wow.
And that actually happens on his birthday on the 25th of every month, but they're coming on the 22nd. And then in LA on the 25th, I'm going, and this is a great place to go when you're in LA. It's called Alvera Street, and we're going to Anthony Bourdain's favorite taquito place. So many great things to do in LA. I could recommend some great restaurants for you. But let's talk paddleboarding.
Sure.
So how did you get involved?
Ooh, wow. Well, back I was a snowboarder and a skateboarder, and I was always on boards. And my dad said, "Hey, why don't you surf? I'm from Boston, and I never knew anybody surf. None of my friends surfed." And I was like, "Yeah, why don't I?" Used to watch it on TV. We grew up beachfront, so I was, like all my relatives would be beachfront, so we were always in the ocean. And I went up to New Hampshire and I tried to surf. And I'm a larger woman, so it was hard to pop up. But I'm like, I'm gonna master this. And then I went down to back down to the South Shore of Boston, and I saw somebody on a board on the water with a paddle. And I said, "What's that?" I Googled it, and I realized you could surf with a stand-up paddleboard. So I went straight out into the waves. I didn't have a lesson. I learned the hard way. So now I teach it, and I ended up moving down to Costa Rica for the surf and lived down there. And now I'm coming up to Marina Del Rey to teach up there with Paddle Method, paddlemethod.com. Yeah, so that's how I got started. There's a lot more to the story, but
So how do I overcome that fear? So I have an amazing surf instruction company out here that I work with, McKinnon Surf and Sup Lessons, and I'm actually thinking, let me know if this sounds good. I'm thinking about scheduling my surf lesson around the time that you're here, and you could attend.
excellent.
Now you're talking about melt down.
Are you talking about longboard surfing, or are you going to do sup surfing?
No, we longboard. I believe it's a 14-foot board.
Okay. Oh, on a longboard?
Yes.
You on a 14-foot board. Okay. Well, I'm also an International Surf Association instructor for longboard surfing, beginner surfing up to I'm a surf judge as well with ISA, International Surf Association. Yes. When you're up here, I would love to teach you longboard surfing and such. But my primary I competed in was sup surf, stand-up paddle surf.
Yeah.
But overcoming the fear part of it is definitely anything. If you do yoga or you're relaxing, what you have to remember is to breathe. Relax and breathe. And especially if you've taken a wave before, think to yourself, I've done this before. Because people that go from beginner to intermediate level at that, I've taught this before too, like how to overcome fear. And going into that intermediate level stage is scary. Even intermediate to advanced is scary too, but mostly beginner to an intermediate. You're going into bigger waves. You do have to sit back a lot of the time and watch other people to see what more experienced people are doing. I teach surf etiquette, which is super important because it's dangerous. Mm-hmm.
It's not, yeah, here at the
Yeah.
pier, it's pretty bad. At the Huntington Beach Pier, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not really I am scared of the water a little bit. I mean, I do swim up to 4 feet, but my thing is the mindset. So it's the
Yes.
6 inches between my ears. So I need to work on that. But truthfully, even more so is people who are taking your wave and they're not doing etiquette. So tell my audience all about etiquette. Not everybody knows about that if they're not in the surf community.
Yeah, I mean, I do teach it. If anybody wanted to Google my name, I don't know if you want to put that out there, but I do online webinars for that, Zoom webinars. But it's so important. If people don't have it, they should
Mhm.
get surf etiquette classes. Hmm.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah. Well, for me, if they wanted to look me up, they could Google surfer Stacy, Stacey, Mac, MAC. All my social media pretty much comes up, so you could reach me that way and just ask any questions, or
Mhm.
jump in on one of the Zoom classes. The next 2 months, July and August, I will be very tied up. Probably I wouldn't have any of the courses until evening hours, or maybe some mornings, but I'm teaching at the Marina Del Rey, remember, for the
Nice.
stand-up paddle boarding.
Mhm.
But they could reach me that way. I also teach wave selection, board selection, what surf judges are looking for.
Mhm.
A lot of all these important things when you're going from beginner to intermediate. Maybe you want to compete, or maybe you are intimidated about going into the water, and you should be too, because it is, like you said, how do you overcome that fear? Taking those baby steps, knowing your ability is key. So be
Mhm.
comfortable where you're at, Cindy, be comfortable where you're at. And then when you're ready to take that jump, you have that confidence to say, I know my ability. I know where I'm at. I'm going to take that little extra step and go to the next step. And before I do, I know surf etiquette. I know wave selection. Maybe I've learned a little bit more, but before going out into those waves, that's what I feel. I feel like you need that confidence yourself and knowing your ability. And your coaches can help you do that too.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
that's the
important to get
key
a
that I
coach.
want to say, yeah, for any of
Mhm.
your students that are listening to this, having a good coach is crucial because with my coach, I couldn't imagine being able to mark off this bucket list if it wasn't for him because I have
Yeah.
lots of friends in the Huntington Beach community and San Clemente, but no one can break through the barrier like my coach can. And that's
Amazing.
what's so important, whether it be a business coach or a surfing coach or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's all about the trust. So when you have the trust, but I'm still scared, but I still go out there. So I'm
That's
actually I'm gonna talk to you later on about a date, but I think I'm gonna schedule this year's lesson while you're in town, and
great.
we'll do it on your day off. So that's gonna be really cool.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Another thing is to know your break, your surf break, because,
Mhm.
I'm going to a new place. I'm going to your place. It's kind of going into uncharted territories for
Well, you're
me.
not going to my place because LA is a whole other community. That's miles away. I'm in
But
Orange
I'm going to
County.
visit you.
But you are going to visit me, and we are going to go see Bobby over at Lidl Paddle Sports. Yeah. Everyone will say, "Hey, have you met my friend Cindy? She lives in LA." I'm like, "No, I don't live in LA. I'm in Orange County."
I
Everyone
know
thinks
my son lived
LA.
in Newport Beach. Yeah.
So check
He's
this out.
here with me
Southern
now.
California. This is what people think that don't live here. They think
My son lived in Newport
LA or
Beach.
San
I
Diego.
understand
That's what
Orange
they think.
County. Yeah, I will be in
Uh,
LA.
you will be in real LA.
But I'm going to visit you, and that will be
Yes.
uncharted territory for me too. Orange
Mhm.
County, LA, both of it's new to me. So
Mhm.
I need to, before paddling out into some lineup, I do need to understand different areas. In your area, not where I am in Costa Rica, but in your area, there's areas designated sometimes for just stand-up paddle surf
Mhm.
and surfers, and there's also areas for, in some areas, they have just swimming, just surfing, so you have
Mhm.
to know the break.
Yeah,
That's
like
another thing.
Dana Point, a lot of the paddle boarders tried to take over the wave yeah, and they're not very nice paddle boarders, and yeah, there's a lot of words exchanged. So a lot
Yeah.
of them aren't really practicing the etiquette. Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly. It's important. It's respect. It really is.
mhm.
It's knowledge, respect, and some people just aren't respectful.
Do not be a kook of the day.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
there's a website dedicated for that,
I know. I
and
see it.
an
I see
Instagram
it.
and a
It's,
TikTok
yeah.
and a Facebook page. Yeah.
It is funny. When I first started teaching surfing and I first started teaching in the classroom,
Hmm.
I would say, come learn about kooks and snakes and hogs. They're like,
Well,
what? What's that?
well, take it from me, guys, because I've actually talked to a lot of people who don't want to surf because they're afraid of the water, and it's not that I'm afraid of the water. It's just I'm afraid of the depth of the water. So if you
Yeah.
have a good coach, when I go out with McKinnon Surf, we have two people on one side of the board,
Hmm.
another two people on the other side, and a lot of times when I fall off, it's right at the sand.
So you don't tread very well. Do you tread? Can you
No.
tread water?
No, but here's the thing.
Me and you are
Just
gonna
stand
tread.
up, Cindy. All you have to do is stand up. It's waist high. Yeah, so yeah, it's a thing.
Hmm.
But here is the thing. It is my thing, it is my fear, but I still do it. Even though
Yeah.
I'm scared as heck and I have many meltdowns out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The
Good
point
for
is that
you.
I'm doing it.
Good
So
for you.
anybody who's scared of the water, just
Yeah.
do it and find somebody like
Yeah.
Rocky at McKinnon Surf and Sup Lessons that could
Yeah.
actually help you
I've had
break
a
through
lot of
that
people
barrier. Well,
come to
see,
me.
my problem is I need to go out more than once a year. So now when I go out again, because it's kind of my birthday ritual to go out. So now
Oh.
I'm starting over all over and over and over again.
Oh,
But
exciting.
the key is to get out more often, and so yeah, I just need to make it happen. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit later about a day that's gonna work for you. That way you could
Yeah.
actually come out to my lesson and cheer me on.
Excellent. And you
If
know
I need
what we
some
can do?
cheerleaders,
Maybe
because I'm
we
gonna
do
be pretty
birthday
freaked out.
month, July birthday month.
Hmm.
Get you out more than once.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Yes. So in closing, because we have some stuff we have to do, tell my audience why they need to learn to paddleboard in
So,
Costa Rica.
wow, like I'm just some benefits and why you should get out there and paddleboard is it's so good for your health, your
Mhm.
mind, your soul. Um, starting off in flat water is best, obviously, but if you go into a flat body of ocean water, that's okay too. But starting off not in the waves like I did, but flat water ocean is good for your back and your abdomen and keeping your whole body in alignment in your
Your
core,
core. Yeah.
and it's low impact. So no matter what size you are, I'm overweight, so anyone that's larger, don't feel intimidated. I will be in Marina Del Rey. If they want to come to me, feel
Mhm.
confident of that. I'll be down by you as well, but
Mhm.
I do feel that it's important and it's very healthy to do. Now, when you're out there on the water too, and you're paddling and you're calm and you've already learned how to do it and you're breathing and relaxing, it's so important for your health and your well-being. It's a meditation. It's like meditation out there. You can only think about what's out there. Even surfing and stand-up paddleboarding is all you're thinking about is what is in front of you, your paddle stroke, standing up. You're not thinking about, oh my gosh, what do I have to do later today? It's the yoga of the ocean, really. I mean,
Mhm.
people do yoga on the boards too.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
And
Yeah.
a big plug to my friend Bobby over at Lidl Paddle Sports. He actually was a tandem surfer, so he would have the
Ah,
girls up like
yes.
that on the board. Yeah.
Yes, I
Pretty
know a couple
amazing.
people from up there that did that. Yeah.
Mhm. And you'll get a chance to meet him hopefully when you're down here or in
Excellent.
July.
Oh,
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
Well, we are bugging out. Anything else you want to mention to my audience?
That's it, Cindy. Thanks so much. I mean, if anybody has questions about stand-up paddle surf or surfing, Again, it's State Surfer Stacy Mack, and they can Google me and find me. Any questions? Is Surfer and then Stacy. You can see it down on the screen. Yeah, Stacey, and then
Mhm.
MAC. Thanks so much.
And one thing I'm gonna say, wicked pissa.
Oh, wicked pissa. I'm from Boston. Wicked awesome. Wicked pissa.
We definitely will watch an episode or two while you stay at my house. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, really quickly, anybody you want to shout out, and then we'll close.
No, just everybody. This was like off the cuff, so you and I don't have like my list ready, but I wouldn't want to say one person and leave the other out. So hi to everybody.
Well, I'll do a shout out to you, and I still can't remember to this day how we met. I think we met on one of the surfer groups, and just so grateful. And for you to come out and for us to meet in person. Of course, next year, plan our Costa Rica trip. We're going to do a yoga and surf retreat. So everyone,
wonderful.
Tune in for that. And what is your TikTok?
So I have Instagram and TikTok. You would do the same. Surfer Stacy Mack.
Well, awesome. I'm going to put you in the green room and just hang tight for 1 minute while I close out.
Thanks.
Well, there you go. Surfer Stacy Mack. She's coming to LA and Orange County, baby. Shaka. We'll see you on the next show. Woo!